Welcome to the race-by-race preview for Sha Tin on Sunday. 11 races for the price of 10 this week. Paul Lally is here to provide the selections, the reason for the extra race. The Griffins make their first appearance and we get underway at 12:30 down the straight. Obviously, they're all having their first start. There's 3 Californias at the top of the book for Tony Cruz. Sky Blue wears blinkers for the first time. La Forza on debut has the tongue tie on. Run Yes Run wears cheek pieces, and Supreme Winner at the bottom has had 2 trials. Now, at this speed, Matt, Paul better be bang on.
Exactly. La Forza led all the way in a trial, and when he did win that trial, there was a lot of these horses behind him. So Run Yes Run's only had the 1 trial. Supreme Winners went forward. Santorini, Sky Blue midfield. Now Sky Blue's got blinkers on for his debut run, so there may be an intent there. Thunder Blink went back, and the 3 Californians have all been a little bit slow away in their races.
Tom Wood is our man for the interviews today, and he spoke to Frankie Laurie, Santorini.
Another one of your first starters on the program goes around in the first race, the Griffins, Santorini. What can we expect from Santorini this weekend? Off the back of, a decent trial down the straight recently.
Yeah, he's one of the Griffin for me, but he have a big problem for the foot, and now everything's back to normal. I think he tried 3 times. The first time trial he failed because he jumped a bit slow, and then the second trial is better. Last trial is good for me, and I think he should be a nice horse for next season. And first start 1,000 maybe a little bit short. Later on, I think he should handle longer, 14 or 16 years.
He looked to be pushed a little bit in that trial, but he looked to do his best work later, through the line.
Yes. I think he should be one good this Sunday, yeah.
You mentioned he's had a little bit of a foot issue. Has it just taken some time to get him through that and nurse him back to full health?
Yeah, he got a collar crack. I think some English horses will have this problem when he arrived to Hong Kong. You know Hong Kong usually the track may be a bit firm, so we take more time, give him more time to him, and now it's okay, yeah.
Are these European horses different to, say, the Australian, New Zealand horses that come here that have had a few trials? Some haven't, but some often do, and these European horses arrived here without any trials?
Yeah, I think everyone knows that usually European horse maybe need more time, but some horse maybe they will go a little bit better. So this horse, if he haven't got some foot problem, maybe he will, I think should be more better, because I only have a 3 trial. Maybe if he more time, maybe I will trial him 1 or 2 more, so he will run better to me.
Quick comment on your first starter, Mui Fa. What can we expect from Mui Fa this weekend?
First start, I think he's trialed 6 times already. Because he's a big horse, before he's a little bit keen in the morning, so I just need more time to make him more settled. Now looks better, and he's big horse and big stripe, and that's why I put him in the 1400 the first start.
Is he still carrying a bit of condition? You've got a bit of horse still to work with?
Yeah. Usually first start I will not push to 100%. I think maybe 80. So afterwards, I will let the horse improve, should be better. Yeah.
There is Frankie Law talking a couple of his first starters. So that was Santorini amongst others in that trial, Paul. In this one, we have California Moxie running 5th. And like the other Californias in the race, they've had numerous trials. Banner has had 3, Star has had 4, and Moxie has had 4. This is the most recent of them where he ran 5th.
He's probably got the best pedigree of the California horses to run a cheeky race fresh up. He's got the tongue tie on for his debut run, drawn in barrier number 5. He just has been slow away in his races. You can see him pushed out a little bit here, responds late. I think all 3 Californias are going to be better with time.
All right, so that is a breakdown of the Griffin race. La Forza to win it?
Yeah, I've got La Forza. He's got the right pedigree to win, and the trial was really good when he did win his trial. So he's on top. Thunder Blink, he's had 5 trials to get him ready by Ribchester, drawn nicely in barrier 4. Sky Blue with blinkers on for the first time, and just talking with Frankie there, with Santorini in there for 4th, I think he'll come on with the run, and he'll be better in time as well. 7-6-5-4.
And Jamie Richards to Salus in the opening Griffin race of the season with Zach Purton on board, La Forza. The Griffins make way for the Class 5s from race 1 on to race number 2. It's over the 1200 metres, and we do have the Gangnam Star with the pacifiers and the tongue tie off. Crossover noseband goes on as he comes down in grey. Jazz Club back in distance from the 1600 to the 1200. The Good Deal, Shadow Roll off, cheek pieces re-added. Urban Triumph is minus a hood. And then we've got Perfect Peach having his second start for Michael Chang, and Circuit Splendor at the bottom at this stage. His best form is across at Happy Valley. The Hollow, barrier number 2, Paul, and plenty of gate speed from him.
Yeah, and he likes to go forward. Jazz Club, I think, will be put himself on the pace and over this distance. Circuit Splendor likes to go forward. Mr. Good Vibes has gone forward in a couple of recent starts. A good deal. The rest generally get back. It's shouldn't be an overly fast run race, this one.
Gangnam Star is our first replay, Paul. After his debut, if you suggested at start number 8 he'd be down in Class 5, you would have nearly got laughed at, but he just hasn't gone on with it, has he?
He hasn't. He's been very disappointing. But look, he's come into the right grade now for him. Tongue tie will come off. Cross noseband goes on him as well. So, look, he catches your eye. He finishes off strongly. And they don't really chase that hard in this grade. So he'll get his opportunity. He just has to carry the big weight of 135. He's not the biggest horse around. Look, I've got him in. I haven't got him on top.
He's got a better draw too than the 13th when we last saw him over the 1200 metres. That was a Gangnam Star running 6th a couple of starts ago. Now, Perfect Peach is coming back in distance from the 14 to the 1200, but he flew home. And you know what you get with Beat Hollow? Straight to the lead and try and just run them along and be too good for them. Yeah,
exactly. Look, of these ones though, Perfect Peach, I've got to include him. He's one off a 43 rating. He's down to this 35 rating now, so he's a well-rated horse. He's changed stables. He's had a start or so with Michael Chang, and Young Horizons will probably be in the market later on in the card as well. So I thought he finished off strongly enough and suggests a win could come for him.
Yeah, Master of All has won since that race too. He was just there on his inside. Our final replay is Goodview Glory running 3rd, Rattan World 5th. And the Good Deal, this is his grade, but he hasn't been as strong since coming back into Class 5 as what he was last time we saw him in this class.
Yeah, definitely not going as well, is he? So, like, he doesn't go in, but the other two do. Rattan World, look, this wasn't a fastly run race, and both Goodview Glory and Rattan World finished off really strongly in the race. So I think they're both legitimate chances coming in. And you can see it was a bit of a bunch finish, but the best part of Rattan World's part was just about now. You can see him really extending out late. Goodview Glory stayed on well. So both good chances.
There are runners in the Class 5. Did we see the winner amongst them?
I think we did. I've included all 4 that we've shown in the replay. So I'm going to go with Rattan World. I think he can go on with it. Another well-rated horse. He's run 3rd off a 40 rating. He's rated at 38 and has 1 off 34. Goodview Glory, Perfect Peach, and the downgrader, Gangnam Star. 3, 11, 10, 1.
2 races down, and Paul has Jamie Richards sitting on 24 points in the Trainers' Challenge after just the opening 2 races. Class 4 for the 3rd race, and it's over the 1400 metres, and they line up this way with Daring Pursuit having his 2nd run back since January 2023. He did run 5th and race wide first up. Fame is on the class drop. Beauty Glory is minus the hood. Better draw for Great Spirit. Packing Brilliant has the cheek pieces going on. Savvy Elegance is minus the hood and the pacifiers. Telecom Bullet wears blinkers for the first time. Young Horizon comes back into class 4 after winning down a grade last time. And Smart Folks, no hood on him. Speed here, Paul, from Smart Folks.
Well, he likes to get across, and so I think he can from his wide draw. Mufafa has led in a few of his trials. He's starting off here over 1400 metres. He's quite a big horse, so I think he might just take a little bit to get going. He might not be able to get across there. Holy Power went back last time, but he runs his best races when he goes forward. Beauty Glory likes to go forward, as does Young Horizon.
Straight out of the gym and on to camera was Karis Teaton with Tom Ree, Great Spirit.
Karis, a Great Spirit lining up in race number 3. Was he just a victim of circumstances last time out with the wide draw?
Yeah, Tom, I thought the draw did not play in his hand last time, where he got caught outside and had to do it the hard way. Yeah, so just sort of learn a bit from him from that run and move forward.
What about his debut run? He was only moderately away and he looked to be under quite a bit of pressure coming down the side, but you must have been pleased with the way he found the line again late.
Yeah, he was very green first run. He's a horse that will appreciate the 1400 meter now. I thought he ran second to a really nice horse first up. So he's an up and coming horse, and I was very happy with his first run. Of course, last time, like we said, the draw just got to him, and looking forward to riding him now.
You've got a good draw this weekend, and you mentioned you step up to 1400 metres. How do you ideally need the race run to best suit your guys' chances?
I think that draw will really help him a lot. He can just switch off where he's comfortable, similar to his first run. The horse is very well, and I think that extra 200 metre will do the trick.
How do you feel he's come on since his last start? You rode him on Thursday morning.
Yeah, he's doing well in the morning. Dennis have the horse going really well, so like I said, everything seems to be in order.
Sha Tin there talking great spirit. He was very good at the end of that race, but he's going to have to be good, Paul, because this horse that is going to figure at the finish of these three winning goal has been racing terrifically well. He gets back and he rockets home. He's drawn barrier number 1 this week.
He has, hasn't he? So be a little bit closer in the run, I think. But look, he's been wide the whole way from barriers 13 and 11. And again, he just keeps on down the outside. We could see it. So look, a win looks really, really good for him. The barrier draws have been very kind to him this week. And look, I think he can win. So I really like the way he finishes off his races. He's a horse, just a winner waiting to happen, I think.
And there he is, charging home behind second to none and Affirm. That's our second replay. Third one is Young Horizon. He has struggled in Class 4. This was down in grade last time where he was victorious, but he does come into the race with winning form.
He does. He comes back up. He's yet to run in the first 2 in this grade. That's just a little query I've got with him. Jack Burton will stick with him. So he comes in with 121 pounds. He's had 17 goes in the class for 2/3 and 2/4. So, look, he's capable on a place line, and he is in good form at the moment. This was quite a dominant win, but this is going to be a lot harder for him, I think.
And that, of course, is a Perfect Peach running into second, and he runs in the second race of the day. Now, final replay is the first starter, Mufafa. You're all over the horse that used to wear these colours, Fafa,
Yeah.
but what have you made of the trials of Mufafa?
No, they've been good, but look, he's a real big horse, this one. He's by Flying Artie, and he drew 12, and he likes to go forward. So I just wonder if he's going to have to work a little bit. We heard that interview from Frankie Law, which said he's about 80% right as well. So I expect him to race well, but I haven't put him in because I want to wait and see him do what he can do here and then come on for the run.
All right, he's one for the future, Mufafa. But is it top of the dais for winning gold?
Yeah, it is. I think he is going to be up the top there with a better barrier draw and those 2 good runs. So he's on top to beat Great Spirit. He goes in there for second. Going to put Packing Brilliant in there for third. It's on a deep field. He improved a lot from start 1 to start 2, and he's up to 1400 metres with a good draw. And then Young Horizon on the minor line. 9, 5, 8 and 13.
And that is race number 3. Despite the early start and the 11 races, the third is still the first leg of the early treble. Flying 1000 is the 4th race, and there are some flyers in this with the top of the book Pleasant Endeavour and Flying High, both 4-time course and distance winners. Baby Crystal extra £9 for his last start win. Stellar Express 2 starts, 2 places. Newcomers Telecom Power and Bulb Emperor have both raced and won in Australia. We've got Supersonic coming back in distance and Chevelle Valiant, who makes your speed map life very easy, Paul.
Doesn't he? Likes to lead. Baby Crystal can get him behind. Pleasant Endeavour's never far away. Bulb Emperor's showing a little bit of pace at the first starter at his trials. Northern Beaches, Supersonic, Back and Trip, Flying High, Telecom Power, Stellar Express and Jolly Ruler. Just a small field.
It is, and we do start with Chevelle Valiant in this replay, but he is run down. Baby Crystal is right up alongside. Stellar Express runs third. He's been back to the trials, has Stellar Express. Can they stop Baby Crystal this week? Yeah,
look, he's going well. I think Stellar Express has got the opportunity to overturn him, though, because he meets him £6 better off. Baby Crystal's at an all-time high rating for him. So that was just the query I had. James Tack's come out and raced really well since. So the form looks good. And Flying High's not without a chance either. The horse have finished in 5th.
Matthew Chadwick rides him and does get on very well with Flying High. Our second replay is Northern Beaches. 1,200 metres last time. He comes back to a trip that he has won at. He's placed a heap of times over 1,200 metres. Yet he's won 1 from 4 with no placings down the straight.
Yeah, and look, when he did win that race, he was off this rating of 63. He's up to a rating of 69 now. But in between there, he's run 3rd and 4th. So it looks like he's capable of running to that rating. He finishes off nicely here once again. He obviously likes the straight 1000, has had that win. So, look, I'm going to include him as well. I think he's a chance.
There you go. So he is in Northern Beaches, Baby Crystal, Stellar Express. And one of the first starters to look at now is Bulb Emperor. He has had 4 trials for Pierre Ung, raced under the name of Royal Handed, and was a winner over 1,100 metres at Morfettville in South Australia.
Yeah, just had the one run there. He's drawn the inside and barrier number 1 in the smallest field. He's shown a little bit of pace in his trials. He finished off nice. He was pushed out a little bit at the end of the trial, but did what he had to do. Look, I'm happy just to watch him on his debut run here.
That is Raging Blizzard winning that trial, and he'll run in a hot race later on in the program, but it's a watch on the one in the orange colours. Is it Stellar Express to win?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Stellar Express to overturn the tables here on Baby Crystal. So 4 to beat 3, Northern Beaches, and Flying High's quite well rated as well. He's run 2nd off 78, and he's down to a 75 rating. 4-3-5-2 for me.
It's Pertinent Size to dominate race number 4 with Stellar Express for Paul. Race number 5 is the trophy race, the running of the Beijing Clubhouse Anniversary Cup over the 1,200 metres, and Wide Blue Yonder. He was scratched on Boxing Day when the nominated standby starter with a lane left 4. He's had 3 trials since. Ace 1 on the class drop, 1 for 1 this grade. Visor off, blinkers go back on. Enjoy Golf has had 4 trials ahead of his debut. Sunday Serenade, he has had 5. Sea Sapphire was a course and distance winner 2 starts ago. Since finished down the track with the bigger weight. Glory Elite steps up to the 1,200 metres. And Heyday pacifiers off. Good draw, Matthew Chadwick on board him for Ricky Yu. And from barrier number 1 might have the pace to hold out the speedy Sea Sapphire, Paul.
Yeah, look, they both like to lead, don't they? So it's just who blinks first with these two. Alexi Bedell's on Sea Sapphire, and Heyday is the 12 is to be ridden by Matthew Chadwick. So we'll see what happens with those two. Ace 1 can sort of tuck in behind with Fun and Glory. Lucy in the Sky likes to go forward. Just got a wide draw. His is King Miles. Glory Elite midfield there. But there should be good pace in this race.
King Miles, Lucy in the Sky, and also Sea Sapphire appear in our first replay. There's Sea Sapphire outside the leader. He fades and runs 11th. King Miles ends up running 4th, and Lucy in the Sky is hard ridden in the dark blue and white in behind them as they turn for home.
Yeah, of the 3, King Miles. But look, I thought he was entitled to win this race. He had the perfect run. And I thought he was a little bit disappointing here because I thought he was just going to run away and win after a really good debut run where he was wide all the way. He's drawn wide once again. Look, I don't want to completely give up on him because there's obviously plenty of ability there. So he goes in just on a minor line. Nice run by Storming Dragon there down the outside.
It is, and Phoenix Light, who wins that race, will be at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Glory Elite running 3rd last start. Down the straight, there he is about midfield, and this was the race won by Prosecco, who's beaten a length and a quarter. This is going to be his 4th race day appearance.
Yeah, he ran really well on debut over 1,200 metres. Then he came down and ran this really good race over the 1,000 as well. Look, I think he's ready to win. He's going really nicely. This is a strong race that he's come out of. Prosecco was a winner waiting to happen. It would be a long-term maiden. And he looked like he was doing his best work at the end of the 1,000, so back to the 12 looks good.
Good report for Glory Elite. Enjoy Golf on debut. Here he is running 2nd. This trial won by Talent's Ambition. He's had 4 trials, 3 of them at Chungfa and this one at Sha Tin. Just shaken up a little bit halfway down the straight, but he certainly responded well when he was.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? So he finished off his trial nicely enough. He's drawn well in barrier number 5. Jerry Chow will be on for his debut run. As you say, he was pushed out a little bit, but he did respond nicely, and Talent's Ambition will be a good chance in the last.
One of your favourites, Talent's Ambition, so we'll find out on race number 11 preview where he fits in the top 4. The other one, Sunday's Serenade, 5 starters, and he ran 5th behind Joyful Life last time. The first 2 miles in front, and he makes some late ground, as he did in the trial prior to this at Happy Valley.
Yes, I wonder if he's going to need further in time, this horse. Look, he's drawn wide, so he's going to have to go all the way to the back, I think, just to avoid a tough run by a Dross in this horse. Blinkers on, though, for the first time for his debut, and the tongue tie on. Just the barrier draw put me off a little bit with him, so I was happy to watch him.
Wait for a Sunday Serenade. It's a little bit of an open race, this one, is it?
It is. I think it could be a bit of value to be had in this race. I'm going to go with the horse that comes off the straight 1000 race, Glory Elite. He's drawn barrier 8, he's got Derek Long aboard, should be able to get a midfield run. I think he can be tough to beat. Now, Talent Supremo's won off a 46 rating, he's close to it at 49. King Miles, and Fun and Glory, another well-rated horse, he's won off 57, he's down to a 53 rating. So 9, 10, 5, 3 for me.
9, 10, 5, the first three numbers for Paul there in the opening leg of the Triple Trio. It's sprint racing Sunday at Sha Tin because we're down the straight again for race number 6. And it is a Class 4 over the 1,000 metres. Run Cool. He is back to the 1,000 metres. Bowser's a last start winner, carries an extra £4. The Great Master has the hood off. Metro Warrior. Cheek pieces off. Blinkers go back on. Brother Cheng, 6 trials. Circuit 11, 7 trials before their debuts. Yoda's Choice. Cheek pieces off. Pacifiers with cows. They go on. Glorious Expert minus the hood and the pacifiers. And Hell's Bells has no crossover noseband, and Karying Warrior and the Great Master have pace pull.
Yeah, they both do. The Great Master's led recently, and Karying Warrior likes to go forward. Brother Cheng, he's showing a little bit of speed in his trials. Hell's Bells, likewise. In Circuit 11, he's another first starter that's showing a bit of speed. Yoda's Choice comes down the straight 1,000, as does Universal Blaze. Both those two horses have been running at Happy Valley. Metro Warrior was uncharacteristically slow last start.
He certainly was, and he has to take on horses such as Karying Warrior, and Tom is back with Zach talking about the Dennis Ship trained galloper.
Zach, Karying Warrior for a Dennis Ship resuming off an enforced layoff, not seen since mid-October. Harking your memory back, what are your thoughts on his 2 runs earlier on in the season?
Oh, obviously race day was a bit disappointing, right? He was trialling so well and we just expected him to go there and get the job done. He travelled up like he was going to win and just couldn't finish it off, but he's obviously had some problems and some internal problems as well. But he seems to be a bit better at the moment. His trial was nice, but he always trials nice. Just got to keep our fingers crossed on race day.
You mentioned his last start, he got a little bit sort of worked up behind the gates and a bit keen in the runs, so they were a couple of contributing factors to him maybe not finishing off.
Yeah, all that plays a part, of course, but he seems a little bit more relaxed in the mornings. Obviously race day is going to be the test for him again, but you know, we're going to run him in the 1,000 metre race where the speed's a little bit quicker, and hopefully that allows him to relax in behind or wherever he's just getting into a better rhythm and see if it makes a difference.
What about the whip, because you also mentioned to the stewards that you were reluctant to use that on him last time out?
Well, I didn't use it on him one start, and everyone said that you've got to use the stick on him because it'll make him go faster. So I used it on him the next time, and it didn't make any difference. So it didn't help. But you know, we'll just ride him as he is and see what we can get.
There he is, Zach talking about Karying Warrior. We move on, Paul. Run Cool. He's turned up in all sorts of weird places, and he's finally back to his favourite track and distance of 1,000 metres, and Yoda's Choice ends up running 5th.
He's a bit like yourself, isn't he? Look, Run Cool finished off really nicely here over the 12, but all his wins have been down the straight 1,000. He's had 3 wins down it. He's in this Class 4 grade. He's well-rated horse, so look, he's definitely a chance he goes in. Yoda's Choice, I'm not sure about him. Look, he could run well because he has got some ability, that horse.
What happens with Run Cool and on tour, stayed on tour? Bowser down the straight was a winner last time. He tried well, disappointed on debut, and then he really bounced back. Lucky Symphony, this is his best performance. Hell's Bells 7th, the Great Master 6th. He's trialled okay since this race, and this is the race you mentioned during the speed map of an uncharacteristic Metro Warrior.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? So you can see him at the back. Really good run here from Lucky Symphony. They didn't go fast in the early stage in this race, and he really finished off strongly. Good run from Bowser as well. Since then, Prosecco, he's come out and won, so it's a good form race.
It is, and we're going to look at one of the first starters now. This is Circuit 11's most recent trial that he wins. He beats Summit Cheers, leads all of the way in this. He's certainly had plenty of them and wears a hood and a tongue tie for his first start.
Yeah, so we'll see how he goes. He's just found quite a hot race, I thought, this one. He's drawn barrier 1, as you say, the tongue tie will go on him by Exceed and Excel, so the 1,000 should be fine enough for him. And the trial was, there was nothing wrong with this trial, so yeah, he could be one at value, but he didn't quite get it in. I thought there was plenty of chances in this race.
There is. It's quite a good race over the 1,000 metres, race number 6. But when you dissected it all, who did you come up with?
Came up with Lucky Symphony. I thought it was a terrific run last time and all but won, and any sort of luck and any little bit of speed in the race he would have. Run Cool coming back to 1,000. Look, Universal Blaze had been trialling really well down the straight before he went to Happy Valley. I think he'd be suited back to the straight, and he could be a good price. And then Bowser in there for 4th. 9-1-10-2.
That is the preview for race number 6. It doubles as the first leg of Sunday 6 Up. Now the trophy on offer for race number 7, the running of the Hong Kong Lions Club Cup over the 1,200 metres. Super Legends carries £8 less than last time. It's really disappointing. He's so much better than that. Golden Rise comes back in distance. Super Highway is a 3-time course and distance winner. Circuit 10 has the pacifiers on. Low Pan Spirit on debut, as is Mr. Energia. We've got Super Charizard having his first race day appearance at Sha Tin. And Super Glory has bolted up in a trial since we last saw him. He went to the front and they could not catch him. So if it worked in the trial, Paul, why not try it on race day?
So I thought he'd go and try and do the same thing here. New Power can go forward. Awesome Treasure and Low Pan Spirit, the first starter. He's showing a little bit of pace in his trials. Super Highway and Golden Rise should get nice runs. Thought Lucky Touch will get a lot better run than he did. And I haven't minded Mr. Energia's trials as well, but I think he'll go back. He's a big boy, so he'll need a bit of space, I think.
Tom is back with Frankie Law talking Super Highway.
Frankie, Super Highway lining up in race 7. He's had 3 placings this season. Looks like he's starting to return to some form.
Yes, this horse, I think usually he lead the good draw. Good draw, he will win better. So this time he got a draw 2. I think it should be 1 good.
Where do you ideally see him positioned in the run from barrier 2 with Angus on board?
Yeah, I think if he can just jump good, sometimes he'll jump a bit slow, but anyway, I will ask the jockeys, maybe give him some warm up behind the gate and then jump good. Maybe if he can third off, it's good, yeah.
You mentioned he normally performs well with a good draw, so he's one of those types of horses that needs everything to go his way for things to fall right for him.
Yes. But I think if winning should be better, but I think Sunday is low winning.
That's looking pretty dry. What about how's his track work been leading into this off the back of what was a pretty good performance last start?
Yeah, I think, if winning like last season, he's really good, but on the good track or firm track, it's still okay, yeah.
There is a Super Highway. He is going to have to beat, though, Paul Lucky Touch, who was monstrous on debut, just had no luck from the draw and still ran 3rd. So an ounce of luck, pinch of salt, couple of eggs straight in the oven and baking a winner, aren't we?
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? Look, he was just 3 wide, as you mentioned, no cover, 4 wide. Now, a full credit on the inside there's come out and bolted in his next start. And Lifeline Express, the horse that wins the race, he ran really well against Full Credit last time. So both the first 2 have franked the form. He wasn't entitled to do this. He was so wide the whole way on debut. Thought he was going to drop out, but he was doing his best work late.
He was terrific. He and Storming Dragon, the stablemate, both look like winners waiting to happen. Low Pan Spirit, Mr. Energia in this trial. Low Pan Spirit, he ran 2nd in it, but was hard ridden as he has been in most of them. And Mr. Energia is up on the pace. That's La Forza who goes around in the Griffins in front.
Yeah, I didn't mind a couple of the trials here from Mr. Energia by Swiss Ace, this horse. Look, he'll get back. I'm going to include him on a very minor line because I think there's some raw talent there with this horse. He might come on for the run. We'll see how he goes, but I've just put him in on a minor line.
That is that trial, and there is one more to have a look at. It's this one from Super Glory, and this is the reason why you've got him in front on the speed map.
Yeah, he went straight to the front and led, didn't he? And he led really well. He's only had the 2 starts to date, and he's finished 6th and 9th in those 2. He's drawn nicely in barrier 4, so they didn't really chase too hard behind. He needs to do it on race day, but look, he did what he had to do in the trial.
But they're running for 2nd if Lucky Touch's race goes to plan.
Well, I think so. If he can back up that debut run, then I think he can win. So he's on top. Golden Rise has already been a winner this season. A little bit costly. He's been gone out favourite at a few starts. He's run 3rd of 57. He's down to a 56 rating. Super Highway, we heard from Frankie there. And he's run 3rd of a lot higher rating than this. And Mr. Energia in there for 4th. 7-2-3-8.
More love for Jamie Richards and Zach Purton for Paul. Big day for both of them so far, and we've only done the first 7 races. Class 2 event is race number 8, and it's a good field here with Bundle of Charm at the top of the book. The pacifier's off. He's a last start winner on the all-weather. Big Eel comes back from the mile to the 1200 metres. Drombeg Benner's best form has been over further. Raging Blizzard, 4 starts, course and distance, 2 wins, end of placing. Lucky Encounter has the hood coming off. And Supreme Lucky, he is a 4-time winner, course and distance. Gorgeous win. Beaten favourite last time, Paul, and he didn't look to have any excuses.
Yeah, he was a bit disappointing, wasn't he? Drombeg Banner, he likes to go forward. He can lead over any distance, this horse. I'd say 1200 shouldn't be a problem for him. Raging Blizzard's been racing really well recently and trialled nicely. He can put himself right up there with Lucky Encounter. Supreme Lucky's been slow away on a couple of occasions. Gorgeous win in there. Then We Are Hero gets back. Bundle of Charm has been getting back in his races. And Big Eel's all the way back to 1200.
More on Big Eel soon. Firstly, though, it's Tom and Zachary, Raging Blizzard.
Raging Blizzard stepping up into Class 2. He's done a good job this season, only his 9th career start. Did it feel as easy as it looked to the punters last time out?
He just got into a nice rhythm in a lovely race. He's continued to improve and progress through his preparation this season, as a lot of John Sizer's horses do, and just got himself into good spots. Treat pieces went on. He was a little bit more focused, and just been ridden a little bit further back off the speed has just allowed him to relax a little bit more, and he's been a bit stronger.
You mentioned riding a little bit further off the speed. What about this weekend? Because Drombeg Banner's in the race and he can sort of get away with some cheap sectionals and be tough to run down. So how mindful of that do you have to be with him in the race, and where do you ideally see yourself this weekend?
Well, it depends how we begin. I'll just ride him where he's comfortable. I won't worry too much about what he's doing. He'll give me something to chase anyway, and he'll take us as far as we need to go, and hopefully we can run him down.
You're always across the trial form. You happy with what you saw off the video in his most recent trial? Yeah,
he's a no-nonsense horse. He just gets out there and does what he needs to do, and he's a nice horse to ride.
You know a bit about race rival Gorgeous Win. He's carrying 117 pounds, not suited by maybe the little bit of rain last time?
Yeah, he was a bit of a disappointing performance. He's a lot better than that. Of course, he was a young horse having to carry top weight and then struck the wet track, and those factors might have gone against him, but he just wasn't the horse that he has been throughout this season. They're all entitled to a bad run, and he gets into this race with a light weight. So he's a lot better than what he showed last time.
1,700 winners midweek at Happy Valley. I think you're only about 117 off that Douglas White total now here in Hong Kong. How's the mind, the body? Is that something you want to chase down?
The mind's all right. The body's starting to let me down. It's a day-to-day proposition, really. Having to patch myself up between meetings to get back out there is, quite tiring. But it is what it is. That's the life of a sportsman. It's a position I'm in. But I suppose now that I am where I am, everyone's favourite hobby now is reminding me of what I might need to do, and I suppose they'll be counting down. And if we get there, we get there. If my body doesn't allow me to, well, so be it. But I've had a good run of things here with a lot of success, and hopefully I've got a few more winners left in me.
I'm not after the exclusive, but is that a yes?
Well, we'll just take it week by week, really. That's where my body's at. But we'll come back next season if the club will have me. They haven't released the licences yet, but hopefully I can, and we'll just see how far we get.
Thomas since said he'll be ringing Zach every day to get the scoop about what is going on. We move on to Bundle of Charm, Paul. All weather last time for him, but the switch back to the turf is absolutely no issue because he has won 4 times course and distance.
Look, he's a versatile horse and he's been racing really well. Got the race run to suit here with Pinghai Galaxy going pretty quick in front. Finished off strongly, won nicely. It's a couple of wins now from him on the all-weather. 2 from 2, he's unbeaten on it. Comes back here, he's got to carry the big weight. That's just a little worry I have.
Brenton Abdullah rides him for the second time. He has steered him in the past. Now we're going to focus on Big Eel with a race and a trial. This is his last race over 1,600 metres. Smallish field this day. He was up on the pace, and that Sweet Encounter up outside of him. He carries an extra 3 pounds on Sunday.
Yeah, look, coming all the way back to 1,200. Now he has won over the 1200 in the past. But the way he's been racing, he just looks like 1600 even further here. He sort of looked a little bit one-paced as he came down. So I'm not so sure myself about the 1200. There wasn't much between the whole field there, was it?
There was not. It was only about a length and a half. Now, this is a 1200-metre trial for him. That's Sword Point Money Catcher up in front. Simply Maverick out wide. Champion Dragon has the white nose. Well, just a maintenance trial from him.
Yeah, they didn't go fast at all. Finishes fourth out of the 5 horses. So, look, that's Champion Dragon behind him, who normally leads. Sword Point, Money Catcher, both those 2 horses, you wouldn't say going particularly well here at the moment either. So, I mean, he wasn't pushed. He just did what he had to do.
Yeah, that horse next to him, Simply Maverick, he got beaten, of course, on Wednesday night by that much.
It was close, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. I thought he'd won, actually.
Yeah.
It was a close finish. Anyway, this race number 8. I'm going to go with Raging Blizzard here. I think he's just in great form at the moment. His trial was really good, Raging Blizzard. We saw that earlier, and I think he can win. Lucky Encounter can get the nice run just in behind. See if Gorgeous Win can bounce back, and we know Supreme Lucky is very good at his best. Barrier number 1 for him means he should get a perfect run. 4, 6, 8, 7.
Big day for Zach coming up. Another on-top selection for Zach on Raging Blizzard for Paul in race number 8. Race number 9 now. Good race coming up here, and it gets underway at 4:35 Hong Kong time with Golden Title on the class drop. The absolute wide draw again, but he's done a good job in a short career. Top scorer's had 2 trials since he was scratched on the 25th of February with a lame left 4. Call Me Supreme on debut. Never Peter Out has the tongue tie going on. Now with Cody Moe. Owner's Praise blinkers off. Tongue tie first time. Sky Trust draws barrier number 7. Travel Golf's placings have all been over at Happy Valley. Joyful Friendship. Cheek pieces off. Blinkers re-added. The Absolutes from barrier number 12. Paul is going to get across and lead. We know Circuit Mighty also has pace.
Yeah, there's no other horses really leading this race. Top scorer, he's drawn a lot better, so he's going to be a lot handier, I think. Sky Trust has gone forward in his last couple. Travel Golf doesn't lead. Yichong Raider gets back. Youth Power, Never Peter Out when it goes back. So does Jumbo Fortune, Owner's Praise, Joyful Friendship. So it's going to be. It won't be a quick race, this one, early.
The Absolute, who is the leader on the speed map. If it's not going to be quick, that is going to suit him come the end. He ran second in this race, and he was beaten by a huge effort from Sunlight Power, but he'd been racing really well, Sunlight Power.
He had, and look, Absolute's only had 3 starts. He really caught the eye on his debut over 1200. Then when he stepped up to 14, both runs have been very good. He just got beaten by a better horse on the day. Sunlight Power's won a couple in a row now. So there's no disgrace there. If he can get across, Luke Ferraris is a very positive jockey as well. That's why another reason I think he'd be happy to take the bull by the horns.
And that race was over the 1400. In fact, the 2 starts over 1400 have been a win, and that second from the Absolute. The time he missed the top 3 was on debut over 1200 metres. Replay number 2, Top Scorer, who's last here. He gets back and he flies home and runs third. As mentioned, he was scratched when he was due to run last time, and those trials that he has had since were both very, very quiet trials.
Yeah, Sunlight Power wins this race as well. So we've seen a couple with him in it, but you can see him. He was really way back from a wide draw. He drew 12. He's drawn a lot better in barrier number 6. He's going to be a lot closer in the run with not much pace anticipated in this race as well. Really like the way he finished off. So he's a horse, I think, it's a win rating to happen.
Good report for a Top Scorer. Next up, we move on to Sky Trust, who hasn't been too far away. Mind you, he had a perfect trip on the inside here. He ends up running 4th. Vincent Ho on board this week for Casper Founds.
Yeah, I thought he had every chance, Sky Trust. So he still finished 4th. I just thought he might be a little bit disappointing there, Sky Trust. He's got barrier number 7. Again, he can put himself into the race. I'm going to give him another chance. So he goes in on the minor line. He sort of just looked a little bit one pace, so you just wonder if even further is going to be better for him.
That is Loyal Bobo who goes on to win this race, and Loyal Bobo will run in a later race on Sunday's program. That's 3 of the horses that have raced replays. One that hasn't is Call Me Supreme, whose trial form had just been okay up until this one. Then he improved quite noticeably when running 3rd.
Yeah, on the dirt too, and he's by Justify, this horse. He's quite expensive yearling as well. Blinkers on, tongue tie on for his debut run. Look, he's kicking off 1400 metres here. I think in time he's going to need a lot further than the 1400. He's drawn barrier number 14 as well. So I think he'll be finishing off strongly this race, but I haven't got him in the numbers. I think I just think he's going to have too much to do with no pace in the race.
Is it more love for Zach?
It is actually. He's going to have a good day. Well, I hope I haven't mocked him there, but he's on top with top scorer. I think he's a winner waiting to happen. Absolute, Sky Trust. And one we haven't talked about is Golden Title. He's a downgrader. He's been racing in Class 3. His runs have been okay. Now coming into Class 4, and doesn't look like a strong Class 4. I think he can improve. 3-2-9-1.
And they combine again and do Zach Purton and John Sires with top scorer. Race number 10 and the withdrawal graphic is coming up here. The Circle of Life sees Simba go out and Leadox go in. Keegan DeMello takes the ride on him. There's plenty more bad jokes when they came from Paul. The Class 3 over the 1400 metres, an amazing victory, has a good draw at barrier number 2. The hood is off Golden Artie. Karma, he cops a wide draw again. Helene Warrior tongue tie on as he comes across after debuting at Happy Valley. Oriental Smokes placed 4 from 12 course and distance. Beauty Fit gets a better draw. Only You, a winner down in Class 2 starts ago. And gear alterations. My Flying Angel, cheek pieces first time. Aero Invincible, tongue tie for the first time. And Oriental Smoke, he leads, but all of his wins, despite numerous placings at 1400, the wins have been at 1200.
Yeah, look, the up in distance with a 10-pound claimer, that's why I thought he would lead Oriental Smoke, because there's no other horse that likes to lead. I mean, Foolish Heart can go forward, Beauty Fit, Aero Invincible likes to sit off the pace. Young Brilliant leads, but over a lot longer, over the 1800, so he might try and go forward. My Flying Angel's up in trip, I think he can get a nice run back on the road there.
Amazing victory is always running on. He ends up running 7th in this race. He's wide out. He jumped from barrier number 14. He was a placing from barrier 4, 2 starts behind the impressive young champion before this. Aero Invincible is going really well. Came up in grade and struggled big time. His trial since has been okay though. Yeah,
so maybe he's worth another go, and he did get a little bit buffeted there in this run. So look, it was the horse Amazing Victory. He always gets back. He always runs on. He always catches your eye. He's had 7 seconds to start this horse. He's had 3 wins though, so he's more than capable. He just needs luck in the running.
Young chestnut horse is Karma, and there he is on the extreme outside. He ends up running 4th, Beauty Fit 6th, Young Brilliant 14th, Golden Artie 11th. He's got plenty of ability, Karma, but he's going to have to overcome that wide gate.
Yeah, like he's got that raw ability. He's a big boy, is Karma. He's drawn wide, so he might have to go all the way back. And look, he finished off strongly. There was a whole row of them across the finish here. He ended up 4th in the end, did Karma. I'm going to put him on a minor line because he's got a really good turn of foot once he gets going.
And that is Friend Tank winning that race. He runs in the last and has been racing really well since that when he's gone on and won again. Foolish Heart right down the bottom. Now, this is a 3rd placing last time. That's the Absolute who we saw back in race number 9's preview. Foolish Heart has placed his last 2 in Class 4, both over the 1400 metres. He does have a 4th to his credit in this grade.
Yeah, so he's basically coming up in grade without winning, which always is a little bit of a worry for me with Foolish Heart. Now, the positives is he comes in with the lightweight and he's running well, but this is going to be a lot harder for him.
Right, he's not going in by the sounds of that, but this one certainly is. Track work around My Flying Angel. You're a bit keen on this one.
Yeah, look, I think his runs have been pretty good to date. He was known as Masonry before he came up here. Cheek pieces go on, and he had similar gear back in Australia, and you can see him when he's wearing them here. He looks a lot better when he sort of strides out there, and up to the 1400 looks good for him as well.
He's the one to beat at some value. Who's in for 2nd, 3rd?
Yeah, going to make him the long shot. I think he should come up a decent price with the lightweight and a good draw. So My Flying Angel, Only You. Now, he did win at big odds 3 starts ago, or a couple of starts ago. He's run well since. Aero Invincible will give him another chance, and Karma from the back. But I think this is prone to an upset, this race. 12, 11, 13, 4.
He's going to get a really good run for his first go at 1400 metres. My Flying Angel, he jumps from the 1 gate. And the last race on Sunday on this mammoth 11 race program finishes with a Class 3 over the 1600 metres, and Frantank wide draw in form, having won 2 of his last 3. Flagship always placed his last 2. Huge Wave goes up in trip. Summit Impact has the tongue tie off. Star Contact placed 2 from 4 course and distance. Loyal Bobo aiming for the hat trick has his first look at this grade. We've got Bright Inheritance with the blinkers going on. Powerful Wings has the blinkers off. And Winning Data having his second run in Class 3. Draws beautifully in barrier number 1, Paul.
Look, Loyal Bobo been sitting some pretty fast sectionals over 1400 metres, steps up to the 16. Frantank likes the lead as well. So we've got Derek Leung and we've got Angus Chung on those two. So we'll see what happens. If one of them wants to go on, I think the other one will probably let them go, but it's more likely Loyal Bobo's drawn inside. He'll hold the rail. Winning Data's got a perfect draw. He'll get his opportunity once again. Sunstrider was a little bit slow away on his debut, his last start, and Beato runs a lot better when he goes back.
He's going to get the perfect trip on that speed map as Winning Data, and the man to pilot him is Karis Teaton.
Winning Data going around in the last race. He stepped up into Class 3 last time out, ran 4th. Overall, what did you make of the performance considering the run he had in transit?
Yeah, it was a good run considering what type of run he had, and I thought he travelled a bit hard with me throughout the race. He sort of saw the leader and he tried to chase him the whole time. So I thought if he switched off a little bit more, he could have finished off better. But it was his first run after like a month off or something. He had a trial in between, but I think he's come on from that run. I worked him this morning. That draw is going to be a massive play.
The track was still rated good that day, but there was the odd shower of rain, and there were a few horses noted that day to sort of not maybe handle the little bit of rain that we did have. He didn't fall into that category.
Yeah, that did also too. I think it was late on. I think he was the last race or second last race we rode him. I think the track was a bit cuts up in the inside. I was caught on the inside too. So I think the winner was in front of me anyway. But I do believe that he did not handle the track really well too. I think it was in his first campaign in Hong Kong where he had a run in a sort of softish track where he did not go well. So considering all that, I thought it was still a great run. He's an up-and-coming horse. He's done well this season. Find his form again with a good draw. I think he's going to be really competitive.
With that good draw in the lightweight, you'd expect him to get a similar sort of run to what he got last start?
Yeah, 100%. He's got some natural speed where he gets himself into a perfect position all the time. But I felt this morning the horse is really switched off. So if he comes to races this way, he's going to be competitive.
He's one of Paul's favourites as Winning Data, but you're torn between a few in this race, Paul, because there's not only Winning Data in this, Loyal Bobo's been good to you recently. Yeah,
look, I made him the best bet here, and he went out about $1.50 or $1.60, but I don't think he's going to pay anything like that in this race, because this is a lot harder, stepping up to 1600 for the first time. But I think he can win again. I still think he's got rating points in hand. This horse, he's up to a rating of 65. And I think he can win again. I just really like this horse. He just cruises at a really high speed.
There you go. Easy as that. So the winner has been decided on the replays. Sunstrider is one we haven't talked about. Did you have him in last time as a long shot or something?
Yeah, this is my long shot last start. And he finished where all good long shots finished, 4th. It was a massive price this day as well. And he finished 4th. So look, I'm sticking with him. He goes in once again, does. Sunstrider. I thought it was a really good run from him there. He's drawn nicely. Just a little bit slow away. Zach Purton will jump aboard, so we're not going to get the same price as we did last time. He was backed in from 30 odd to 16 and ran accordingly, ran really well.
And that's the inform patch of Theta. And we haven't even mentioned your other favourite, Talent's Ambition. So it's not a sordid love triangle. This one is a sordid love square.
We're looking at a quartet, I think, in this particular race. But look, I would stick with Loyal Bobo. I think he can win again. Winning Data in there for second. Sunstrider. And in for third, the 14, Talent's Ambition. He looks like a win's coming. He's found a typical race here, though. But like those 4, 8, 13, 9 and 14.
There is the race-by-race preview for Sha Tin on Sunday. 11 races. A reminder, an earlier start, 12:30 gets underway when the Gryffindors step out for the first time.